Hi, and welcome to this edition of Digital Tutors Archicad template creation training. And in this lesson, we're going to talk about the publisher set. So, as you've gathered, there's a lot of customization that can happen with Archicad and in creating your template. So, once you've set up your layout and your layout book, you should have something that looks similar to this. And once you do have that, you are pretty much ready to put things into a publisher set. And the publisher set represents basically different ways to produce the information. It can range from PDFs to IFC documents for Revit. It could be DWGs. It can be BIMX docs. It can be a whole host of other things that will allow you to easily produce your information. And the beauty of the publisher set is that even within the set, you can have mixed publisher types. So you could have PDF, or you could also have something like a DWG still within that publisher set. So let's just go ahead and create a publisher set. So what we're going to do is I have just cleaned out one of the layouts to PDF, and let's just look at this publisher settings. So here we have save files, and this is going to be the name, so we'll just call this DT AC18. And you can specify the path, and then we'll just go through this. And so there's a couple of different ways to do this. You can just bring over the set, and that just basically creates a copy. And it's not a live link. So if you change anything in your layout book, it's not going to, and like if you added a sheet or something of that nature, it's not going to be reflected here. So one thing that I do, especially with larger sets, is I'll add this shortcut. And this shortcut is a live link back to this layout book or whatever you are creating a shortcut from. So, for instance, I have these different layouts. As you can see, it's A.001 through A.004. So if I add a sheet within this, you can see it's already added another sheet in here. I don't know where this one's coming from. So that's the other thing. If you delete one sheet from that set, from your publisher set, it'll delete the entire shortcut. So as we can see here, it's a little bit disorganized, but yeah, once you make those adjustments, it automatically updates those adjustments here. So we can also, let's try something else. So we'll pull another set in. So I just copied that set. And so within this, I would like to, let's see here. Let's just get rid of this. So this is our PDF set. And let's just do another set. So I'm going to create a new set, and we'll just call this DWG for now. So, and if I open DWG and I go to Publishing Properties, Save Files, that should work. And if I bring over, so if I brought over these, let's do that again. Let's just bring over the floor plans. Because with DWGs, you want to bring over the drawing or the view itself instead of the layout book or the drawing sheet itself. There's two reasons for that. The size of the file itself can be rather large if you bring over a layout as compared to the drawing itself. And typically, you're not transmitting your title block to a consultant or anybody else who's going to be referencing your DWG. And typically, you're going to have them look at your PDF. So we can do two things. We can bring over two sets. We can take this one and we can make it a DWG, and we can make this one a PDF, and they exist in the same publisher set. So when I'm ready to publish, I could just create a DWG version, and then I'll just take all these drawings out, put them in there, and get rid of this file folder. And we have these two. So let's just continue on that thought process. And now we have kind of a mixed set here. We have layouts, and then we have also the drawing views themselves, and we have PDFs as well. So this can be handy if you're transmitting things to your consultants, but you want to give them a PDF, but you also want to give them the background file, which is your drawing file, the DWG file. So even within this, there's a lot of customization that you can do, and you have a number of different stock translators that come with Archicad, and you definitely want to look through these settings, and if you do have a preferred consultant and you want to make their life easier, you can go through and customize these pin sets, layers, line types, so that they translate into their pin sets and line types rather easily. And then there's also a neat feature within this DWG translation setup that allows you, if you go to this setting, prepare file for smart merge under the save floor plans, what it'll do is it'll make basically a live link to a DWG file, and if that DWG file should change or be altered, and it has the same name, it can automatically update that drawing based on the file's location, which must remain the same, and the file name, which also must remain the same. This is a convenient feature if you are constantly updating your backgrounds from your consultants, and you don't want to go through the process of merging or XREFing their drawings constantly, and you want to just make changes. You want the drawing to update based on the changes that they've made versus the entire drawing. So this is a great feature. I highly recommend looking into this, especially if you're working with somebody who is using AutoCAD or some other drawing tool that's not native to Archicad. So let's go back to here. So now you have two different sets, well, two different types of output formats, and they represent basically the same information, but just translated or published in different ways. And the convenience is that if I go here and I say publish the selected set, and then I set up a location. So we'll just go to my hard drive for now. And if I say OK, and if I publish selected set, we'll just put it in here for now. And if we publish it, it'll go through and publish the PDFs. And now you can see it's published in the DWGs. And then all the set has been published at one time. So this is a really handy feature, and I highly recommend it. And so let's just talk a little bit more about some other options within this. So you definitely want to go through your publisher sets and set up your PDFs. You can also set up plot settings or print settings, and then you can also set up a hypermodel, which is a rather new feature. And this allows you to create a very dynamic file format that that is proprietary to Archicad. And if you haven't played around with it, I definitely recommend looking into it. But this is definitely one of the options that you have. And then, of course, you have you can save files to Revit and or Tekla, Skea, and a bunch of different other translator types. So that's pretty much it. Publisher set is definitely a handy tool. I recommend you using it, and I look forward to teaching you some more in the future. And thanks for watching.